Hey guys, this is Fear Dragon, and I am here with the one and only Kelagod. What's it going? How's it going, man?
Pretty good, and you, Ravi?
I'm doing pretty fantastic. So it's day three right now. The semifinals are happening between the two Zerg players, and Kelazhur, you had a crazy good run through this Dreamhack Austin. How do you feel you did?
I feel pretty good about my run. I feel like I finally broke through in the WCS tournament, and I'm satisfied.
Yeah, I think I would argue that you're the most successful player that has ever been on my show breaking out.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I mean, kind of walk us through like how do you feel exactly the event went? Are there any kind of matchups or anything that you were like particularly really happy about or super proud about?
You mean like like the games that I played?
Oh yeah, the games that you played, not like just TVZ I really like or anything.
Uh, um, I was proud about my games versus Neeb because I actually prepared a lot of TVP builds for Showtime and Neeb, and I was confident that even if in a best of five I would beat them because I prepared enough builds against them that I would just win. So I'm glad that it went as I planned. So yeah, I guess pretty happy about that.
Yeah, awesome. So I know that you also spent like a lot of time in Korea at the base trade house. Can you talk a little bit more about that experience? Like, how do you feel like that really paid off that experience, or do you feel it's kind of just like it was nice to live with other people doing StarCraft? I guess you already did that in the root house, right?
Yeah, I've already had some experience living with other StarCraft players, but it was really nice living with a lot of experienced players like Scarlet and Major, who I got to learn a lot from. You know, they're very experienced and very good StarCraft players. And the thing about training in Korea or like training anywhere that will raise your skill level is that when you're playing there, you don't really notice you're getting better because like you're playing on the ladder, but the better you get, you're still at 50% win rate because you're playing even better and better people. But when you come back to your own region or something per se, and you see how you're playing against these guys that you used to have such a hard time against, that's when you realize how much better you've become.
That's really cool. And I know one thing that a lot of people always talk about is like, oh, you went to Korea. He's gonna just be like insanely better. And a lot of the times, I feel like we watch players do that, and if they're only there for like 3 months or like 4 months or something, you actually don't see like crazy significant improvements. But I feel like you have gotten significantly better in the past few months. Do you feel like there's like something different about the way that you train than a lot of people or anything like that?
Well, I don't remember who said it, but I figured it describes pretty well that going to Korea isn't like some magical fountain of skill that you're going to acquire. You know, like you're going to Korea and suddenly, boom, you're like the best StarCraft player ever. It's not like that. Like it's just like playing from your home, except in a place where you don't speak the language and the opponents are so much better than you, so they're just trashing you. And the thing is, playing there, you get punished so hard for your mistakes. It was sort of that said is that in other regions you don't get punished for your mistakes. You have to watch the replays and see what you did wrong. No, in these in the Korean ladder, like they will show you in the middle of the game like what you did wrong. So I guess the biggest benefit for me is that I don't like to watch replays. Like I almost never watch my own replays because I really don't like. It's just I prefer to play. And practicing in Korea, it just, as I said, it shows my mistakes immediately without having to see the replays. Like I can just feel in the game what I did wrong because they punished me for it. So I just got to play ladder over and over like I usually do without having to watch replays and get all the benefits of watching the replays, you know?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like in Korea, it's almost like having a teacher who's just will point out all your mistakes. That's like what all of your opponents are doing for you. Whereas in North America, it's like almost training by yourself and having to realize all your mistakes by yourself. That definitely makes a lot of sense. But I think you're moved out of Korea. You're returned to the United States, and you're gonna be returned to the root house. Or I think you said spending some time with your family for a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a couple of weeks with my family. I heard that Challenger should be soon again for.
I think it's from the time that we're recording this. I think it's in it's in 3 weeks, maybe. I think it's in 3 weeks for North America and 2 weeks for Europe.
Yeah, so I definitely want to be an NA for that. I didn't qualify for Challenger last time. Unfortunately, I had to play Major. But I want to be in an A for if and when I play Chan, so I don't have such a ping disadvantage. If I do go back to Korea, I'm thinking around June or July. That's that's probably the earliest I can go. But until then, I'm probably gonna be sticking at the root house.
Okay, so you are interested in going back to Korea then when Challenger kind of settles down and everything?
Yeah, I think it will be nice.
Cool. Well, is there anything kind of that you want to talk about or any shout outs that you want to do before we close things up? I want to keep the interview short because I know awesome games going on right now.
Yeah, first of all, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, OSC Roots for giving such good support to the players, and Twitch, of course. And I want to give a big shout out to all the people that cheered for me, especially my Brazilian fans who they really gave a lot of good support messages, and I was really happy about it. So thank you.
And one last thing. Can you tell us one interesting fact about yourself that nobody else knows?
That nobody else knows. I'm not really sure about that.
It can be like 99% useless. It could be like 95% of people don't know.
I have to think about it.
It doesn't even have to be about StarCraft.
I guess one thing that most people don't know is that I have really bad memory. Sometimes I can't even remember what I did yesterday. So I guess that's probably why I don't like to watch replays, because I would just forget it after. So
There you go, man. Well, if you guys ever see Diego playing and you see like a medevac that's just sitting in the corner for 20 minutes, he's not actually trying to drop later on. He's not just trying to keep his opponent at home. He just forgot about it. All right. Well, thank you very much, Diego, and we'll see you guys next time.